Hey, what is up, fam? It's your boy Peyton. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today, and you're not going to regret it. Today, we're going to talk about 10 streams of income that you can start right now to better your life as well as your family's. So let's get right to it. All right, number one, and let's get this out of the way, is the 9-to-5 job. And this doesn't get enough credit, especially when videos are talking about streams of income, because everybody's trying to work out of it. But at the same time, it's also one of those double-edged swords that it could be good, but it also could be bad. And everybody talks about the bad, but the good is that it provides security. And it also gives you a baseline to be able to start the other streams of income. So, number one, 9-to-5 job, it's out of the way. Number two is side gigs. Ones that are just kind of those one-timers that kind of provide a small little spark to be able to raise money or capital for a legitimate business venture. And then there's some on the opposite side of the spectrum where you're becoming a freelancer and that might be able to scale into a full-on business. So let's talk about those quick sparks or those odd-end jobs. So for example, I used to flip things on Craigslist. I went to the free section on Craigslist, picked up that furniture, and sold it in my local area on OfferUp or Facebook Marketplace. And then I used that money to be able to buy lenses or camera gear for me to do a gig to get paid for, and then I scaled it. And then I became a freelancer, and a freelancer is where I get to be able to do gigs on Thumbtack or on Fiverr or any type of gigs that people hire me for a service, like weddings, corporate, specific events. And I can be able to scale that when I want to be able to hire on people, to hire editors, to get things off my plate. But I choose not to because I'm starting to shy away from videography because I'm starting to go into YouTube a little bit more full time, and I just don't have the time for it. So those are the two kind of ends of the spectrum when it comes to side gigs. All right, number three is going to be the stock market. And there's a variety of ways to make money on the stock market, and especially a lot of people just think that buying and selling a stock is the only way to make money. But let's go into that real quick. Number one is buying and selling a share of a company. And it's just that. You're purchasing a share or a percentage of that company. So a lot of beginning investors don't understand that you need to do the research when it comes to buying a singular stock. You need to understand their competition, their qualitative, their quantitative data. Who is running the company? Is it disruptive? There's a lot of questions that beginner investors have no clue on how to ask. And that's why I do recommend for beginner investors, either you start a simulation or you do a mutual fund or ETFs, which is just a collection of many assets to spread so it really mitigates your risk, okay? Another way to make money on the stock market is options, and that's using the power of leverage. Again, I don't really recommend that when it comes to people that are just starting out in investing. Use simulations way before you do that, okay? And I also made a video on options right here if you want to understand a call option. Number four is going to be real estate. And real estate should be the end goal for all of us for this main reason. They're not making any more of it. It's a scarcity asset. So the more people there are to buy land and the more that it's taken off the market, the more that value of the land appreciates. So when it comes to purchasing land or buying rental properties, it's also passive income if you hire a manager. I'm just saying real estate is amazing. Number five is going to be selling info products online. And this can be one of the most lucrative ways to make money on one of your income streams. And the reason why is that it costs almost virtually nothing to put a course or to put an ebook onto the internet. And it almost costs nothing for somebody to purchase that. So that means that whatever you mark up on that course or on that ebook is complete profit. And I'm telling you, a lot of people don't understand that courses are going to revolutionize education as well as make a lot of people rich because they're giving high value content at a relatively cheap price versus college education doesn't give that much value and at a very expensive price. So people are going to start looking at courses as one of the most standards or the education standard to be able to hire, to be able to do things, or to even operate your own business. Courses are very lucrative. If you have a skill set, if you're an expert in something, put it into a course and sell it. The value in which that you give somebody, as well as the money that you can make, just is astronomical. Do it. That's number five. All right, number 6 is going to be audience building. And audience building can be very really awesome and very lucrative, but at the same time too, it can be very sleazy, and you could be somebody that people don't even want to follow because you've been pushing all these products on them. So when it comes to very lucrative, there are sponsors or there are specific products that people want you to pitch to the audience you're building. And so what you do is you, as a person, build up a community, either on Facebook, Instagram, or whatever. And once you have that community, people will reach out to you and say, hey, I want to pitch my product to you or pitch my course to you so you can split some of the profit. And so it can be very sleazy when that influencer is taking every single avenue to be able to pitch in front of their people just so they can get a kickback. I don't really want to do that right now. I'm trying to build my customer base, try to build my follower base that is solely they enjoy what I'm giving out and I enjoy them, especially in the beginning, because you guys are my people, man. Honestly, I love you guys. Wow, you guys are cool. All right, we're gonna talk about 7 and 8, and the reason why I put it after 6 is because it's a lot more lucrative for you to do 7 and 8 if you already have a customer base. So number 7 is affiliate links. And affiliate links is when you get an affiliate program from a specific company to pitch equipment or to pitch courses, kind of like what I was talking about in 6. So let's say, for example, you're on Amazon and you really like a product that you want to pitch in front of your customer base. Let's say that you've been using the Sony a7S III, which camera that I've used. If you put that camera into your YouTube description or put into the comments and you recommend that product in your video, if somebody clicks on it and then buys it, you get a small percentage kickback for them buying it. I don't know if it could be 0.05% or upwards of 2 to 3% off of that camera. So that's number 7. Number 8 is going to be an e-store. And an e-store is putting a shop online for people to come to purchase a specific product. This can be done in a variety of ways, but I've seen 2 main ways that it's been done in the past. And that's going to be a merch store as well as a drop shipping business. So let's talk about a merch store. A merch store is most likely going to be a print-on-demand service. And a print-on-demand service, all it means is that when a customer comes to your store, they purchase a shirt or a sweater or any type of merch you put on there, that goes to a print-on-demand company. Printful, Amazon, Printify, there are a lot of different print-on-demand services that they take that customer's information that comes from your site, they put it on a shirt or a sweater and ship it straight to the customer. That's what I do for God is a Creator, and the only one that purchased it was my mom. So thanks, Mom, love you. Okay, and when it comes to the second way of doing it is the drop shipping business. And the drop shipping business is getting a specific customer to come to your website to purchase a product, then you take that money and then buy it off of a cheap manufacturer in China or India or any other type of manufacturing place in another country. The negative downside of this is twofold. Number 1 is that it takes a very long time for that manufacturer to take it and then ship it to the customer, upwards of 3 to 4 weeks. And in the age of Amazon, where people are used to 2-day shipping, I don't know, it's kind of a killjoy. Second is that the manufacturer, you don't really know the quality of that product. And so when it comes to your customer being satisfied, it can really hamper your business in the long run. So to be honest, I don't really like drop shipping, but hey, to each his own. That's number 8. Number 9 is going to be starting a legitimate business. And so starting a legitimate business can be very difficult, and a lot of small businesses fail within 3 to 5 years. What I'm saying though is that shouldn't hinder you from trying. So for example, what I'm trying to do is do a small little tech startup called BingeLearn.com. BingeLearn.com, the sole mission is to aggregate education that is free on the internet and put it in one place so for people can learn for free. And so when it comes to actually starting that venture, it didn't cost very much. And so it cost me maybe $200, $300 for the URL as well as the website, but now it's up and running. It's not finished yet. You can still go onto it and see specific courses that I've made, but at the same time, it's an idea that I have and that I want to put into practice. And I think when it comes to creating a high risk platform like that, you might as well just start and see if it catches on. And that could be a very lucrative way of making an income stream. All right, let's go to number 10. Number 10 is going to be investing into a startup. And this might be way down the line for you to actually start implementing this strategy, but still, you should know about this. So when a startup needs to actually get money to get off the ground, what they'll do is they'll come looking for an investor, you or me. And that investor gives them that money up front for a percentage of their company. So let's say, for example, BingeLearn.com wanted to go the route of hiring a developer for their website, upwards of $40,000 to $100,000. So I'm looking for an investor because I don't have that much money to put up for it. So an investor gives me $40,000 to $100,000 for a 10% stake in my business. So that means every $100 that I make, 10% of that will go to that investor. And so as an investor, it can be very lucrative, but at the same time very risky because you don't know if that startup venture is going to succeed. So that's 10. Okay, we are at the end of the video and I covered a lot of information in a short amount of time. And I know that. And I wanted to try to respect your guys' time as well as give enough value for you to take away something new. If you guys want me to dive deep into a specific income stream or explain on how to execute this, please let me know. And I will love to do that. Okay, that's my heart. Yes, I'm doing skits, and yes, I'm doing a lot of fun things, but in the end, I want to help people. And I want to help people learn about finance, learn about business, teach something like entrepreneurship that was never actually taught in schools. And I want to try to give people opportunities to fulfill their dreams and pursue their dreams, while at the same time still having a 9-to-5 job and still have security. I'm just telling you, you guys don't have to jump the boat and commit your whole life savings to a venture anymore. That's just not how it happens. I love you guys, okay? I love you guys and I believe in you. Peace.